Hello everybody, if you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, welcome in. Today I am going to go over the locations for Rift Gates. So I think it was last time I went over the locations for the tomes that unlock destinations you can travel to with the Rift Gates, not all of which actually have a Rift Gate, so once you travel there you can't always travel back. This one I'm just going to show you where the gates are. We're starting off in the faction hall. It's going to be the first gate that you encounter because you spawn in on the Vanquished Coast, or at least you should if the mod order is correct and everything. You're going to go through your tutorial quest, it's going to bring you here. So this is the first Rift Gate location. Rift Gate location that I'm going to go over is in Sunken City. First of all, to get to the Sunken City, you need to come in between 5 and 6 O. Touch the wooden boat that's going to be on the shore there. It will bring you in here. You're going to spawn down here. And then off to your left is where the Rift Gate is. Not really sure why you would need to have one in here, because when you complete the dungeon, you don't come out down here. And there is a gate nearby. Now we're near the Celestial Plaza, which is where the Witch Queen is. So just over here would be where you would go to get to the Sunken City. But we are between 5 and 6 N. Witch Queen Palace is just there. And we are here. And there's a Rift Gate. This is one that I would normally use if I'm in the jungle. Now we are at the Warmakers, which is also known as Kale's Stronghold. To get to it, to go between 7 and 8 B. Come in here, Alexandra's there. Skeletons are over here, of course. And your Rift Gate is just down here. This gate, over in the Dregs, which is in 4D. This is probably one of the first vanilla Conan dungeons that you will do. In terms of difficulty, it's definitely the first one you should. And we have the Rift Gate here. For this one, we are in the Well of Skelos, which is in the volcano. So you want to be in 4G. You go up through the volcano, you come in through that portal up there. Down there is the path that leads you to the start of the Well of Skelos, basically. And around here is where you have the Rift Gate. This, we are way up north. We're in the snow. We're going to the Temple of Frost, which is 14D/E. You need to come here if you wanted to use the Frost Forge. Your Rift Gate's just on the left here. We're in the Midnight Grove. To get to the Midnight Grove, you need to go to 8D. You would trade your feral flesh. So hard to say. To the man, he gives you the Midnight Potion. It'll teleport you in there. And here's your Rift Gate for this one. Now we are down south. We're near this Dreadnought village here. We're going to go Claw Deep, which is an F2. This is a nice place that you would come to if you needed to take care of the Mulligan or Ashira. And the Rift Gate's just on the right here. This one, we are in the Highlands. We're at New Azagar. And it's in F10. So that's the camp up there. We're not going to go up there. We're going to go up here for the Rift Gate. This one is in the desert. It's at the summoning place, which is in 5G. It's a big place over there. You can go to Fiery Witch Doctor from there. There's a possibility named thralls spawning in there as well. Obviously vanilla Conan ones. Now we are in the Highlands. We're going to the passage which connects the Highlands to the jungle. In G. This is the place you would go to if you wanted to go to the underwater dungeon. Or if you just want to go and kill plague creatures. Okay, well, plague spiders are. There's a lot of AOC crystals that you can gather from here too. If you're going to do that, make sure you use a pickaxe because they've changed it. So you need to use that now. And you have to have it at a certain skill level to get all of the gems. And here's our rift gate. Now, for this one, we're down in the south, we're in H2. You used to have to go this way to get to the faction hall. It's just going to take you to the Vanquished Coast now. But we have our rift gate here. I'll deal with that skeleton in a second. Between 11 and 12 hit. At the entrance to the dungeon, you'd go up those stairs to get there. But your rift gate is over here. It's called the Breach. We're inside the underwater passage. Now, to get to the underwater passage, you would come in through the passage between, well, it's just on the edge of G/H11. So you go to the passage, come through, you jump in for the water, and it now spits you out here. Just talk to Alexandra, and then you're off to do the underwater dungeon down there. So this is the rift gate location, the Breach, where the rift gate is. So for this one, we are at Gold Shell Factory. So to get to Gold Shell Factory, you need to come in through the Warfront Ruins in D5. Talk to Alexandra. Do some quests with Van Ghouls or whatnot. And here's your rift gate. I'm now at the Vanquished Coast. Over there is where you exit the faction hall. If you took the Silver Light Accord Alliance and you come up from there, just follow the path round. Not that one. And go here. This is where you'll be sent if you do your starter quests. They'll send you to this one, and that's where you learn the knowledge of the ancient rift gates. I'm just gonna let them in. And there is the rift gate, what they call the Outskirts of Al-Haran. We're in H2. We're not very far from where the Dark Forest one is, right up here. This is where you learn the destination for it and where the rift gate is itself. I have to be careful with this one because I'm in enemy territory. I'm at Dolgron Village. It's in G2. That's where your gate is. So if you're looking at the village, you're looking at it this way. If you're going to come here to use maybe the market trader, if you're going to sell your profession crates, go away. Then you could come along here. Obviously, make sure you're not part of you're part of the Forsaken side of the Alliance, not the Silver Light Accord, because they won't be very welcoming. Over in Sepamaru, which is, say that is 7B. This is one of the vanilla places that you can come to. There's the Tavern, all the way over to the left. It's where you come to if you want to go to the wine cellar. So on the opposite end, the wine cellar is over that way, and way over here. You come here if you wanted to check for named thralls, stuff like that. This is where our rift gate is. So we're all the way over in 8O. And it's here. That's the place you're going to climb up if you need to kill the boss that's here. If you want to learn the armor that you can learn here. And this is our rift gate. There's also a boss crocodile over there. This rift gate here, it's called Dragon Mouth. What you need to do to get to it is you come in through the Dragon Mouth entrance to the volcano. You follow the path and you have to hop across some lava to get here. It is in 12A. Now you'll be familiar with it if you've come here to learn magic before. One of the magic shrines is in here. Can you see that all the way over there? And this is a bit of a jumping puzzle. You do not want to land in the lava Over in the Unnamed City, pretty much in the middle of it. We're in 6D. We have this big alien looking fella hanging out. He is the Warmaker Kill of Kill's Dungeon. Sorry, Kill's Stronghold. Now in here behind him is a lot of little snakes and a big boss snake. We're not here for those, we're just here to show the Riftgate location. Got a Riftgate hidden in here. And the boss snake should be at the end there. Still in the Unnamed City. We're in the north part of it now. 7D. So you would come here if you wanted to talk to the map guy. This man here, the archivist. The entrance. So up here, another obelisk. You would attune your bracelet to the obelisk, which would enable you to fast travel down here if you're using the map. I end this video the way I started, or the place that I started in, back in the faction hall. As I mentioned, there are a lot more locations that you can travel to than you can travel from. There's still quite a few, there's a lot of rift gates out there. But we have different locations that you can get to, like Mounds of the Dead. There isn't one there. I may have missed some. I genuinely don't know. I did check. I had a look everywhere. I even travelled to the locations that I've unlocked just to check using the rift gate here, and some of them just didn't have one that I could see. So if there are some that you know of that I didn't cover in the video, please feel free to leave a comment just so some other people will be able to find them. I think that is it for the Riftgate locations. It took a little while, this one. A lot of exploring. I do have all the books. The books were easy to find. There was a gate for that. But the gates themselves, they weren't. So, hopefully, you either enjoyed the video or learned something. Please consider liking and subscribe. People have been doing that and it means a lot to me. I think there's a little bit more AOC content I can go into. I'm not sure. If not, I will move on to something else. It may be another Conan mod, or it may be another game. If you have a suggestion for a game, like a survival game or a fun game, don't really like horror games. I'm a bit soft in that regard. But please feel free to leave that as a comment, and I'll see you all next time.